For all the devotees of the Kriya tradition who are coming to Puri and are looking for the Karar Ashram, the ashram of Sri Yukteswar, here is how you find it. First, you find Surgadar Road, which is right in front of the ocean. Look for Hotel Park. And between Hotel Park and Hotel Sonali, there is a lane. You go down that lane about 500 meters to your left, and you will find the Karar Ashram. Namaste. I am at the Samadhi of Sri Yukteswar at his Karar Ashram in Puri, India. Sri Yukteswar, the great guru of Paramahansa Yogananda, wrote the autobiography of a yogi who introduced millions of people to the science of yoga and the wisdom of the rishis. It is a great honor to be standing here. It is Sri Yukteswar, we must remember, who sent Yogananda to the West, telling that there was great soul in the West waiting for him to be introduced to the science of Kriya Yoga. Namaste, this is Henry. I am at the Samadhi of Sri Yukteswar at the Karar Ashram in Puri with Ivan Tesler. And we're talking about the autobiography of a yogi. When I was 14-year-old in 1964, I read that book. And for the first time, it introduced me to saint that could levitate, saint that could live without food, and saint that could enter super consciousness, Samadhi state. It introduced me to Ramana Maharshi, who's now my main teacher. So I met Yvonne here, and I would like Yvonne to tell me about her story with the autobiography. So, Yvonne, when was the first time you read about the autobiography?
It was in 2008. I lived in Hong Kong that time, and when I was reading it, it had a deep impact immediately on me. Like, it was soothing me, calming me, or deeply touched me. And to that extent that I was hanging pictures of Sri Yukteswar and Paramahansa Yogananda on my wall for over a year. So I adopted them somehow as my gurus.
So would you say that reading the autobiography made a great impression to your heart so that eventually you came to India and the Karar Ashram to learn about Kriya Yoga?
Definitely. When I arrived here in the Karar Ashram, I knew that is my gurus and that I have to get initiated to Kriya Yoga. And then I got initiated by Yogeswarananda, and since then I do. I realized the benefits of Kriya Yoga, and I continue.
We are here at the Karar Ashram with the present president of the Karar Ashram and the present acharya of the Karar Ashram, a disciple of Sri Haranandagiri. So what is your name?
Swami Yogeswarananda is my name.
So you've been disciple since when?
Since 1967.
So you were a boy.
Boy.
And you've been practicing all those years.
Yes.
So there's many people who teach about Kriya Yoga in the world right now, some say this, some say that. As you know, some controversies are there. So if you had something to say to the whole world about Kriya Yoga, about spirituality, what would you have to say?
According to me, Kriya Yoga not on the point of a controversy, because it is practical. One can learn, practice and realize God. That is God realization or the stage of a self-realization. So self-realization cannot be reached to the point of a controversy. A theory may be in a controversy, but a fact cannot be.
So is the Kriya Yoga mainly a Najna chakra practice?
Yes, it is in Sanskrit. It is called Agya Chakra. We call also soul center. That is the main point for meditation through the practice of Kriya Yoga.
So what would you say are the main ingredient or the main things that a devotee of Kriya Yoga should do to be successful for self-realization?
No, Kriya Yoga is a procedure for self-realization. Because by Kriya Yoga, one can control the breath. Through the breath control, mind, sense organs, intellect, ego, all will be controlled. And then man will be, attention or concentration will be one-pointed. And through that one-pointed consciousness or attention, one can reach Godhood stage.
Samadhi.
Samadhi, self-realization.
In this very body.
Within this lifetime, while living in this body, one can realize God.
Yogananda, in his book, said that he himself had experienced state of Samadhi many times. May I ask you the question, have you experienced Nirvikalpa Samadhi in this body?
Yes. I practiced technique I told in 1967 and I reached this stage of Nirvikalpa in 1982.
Acha.
And thereafter Swamiji, that means my Guru Swami Yogeswarananda, made me president and Acharya of this ashram.
Is there a way to describe just a little bit what it is to experience Nirvikalpa Samadhi? What happened? Can it be described a little?
Nirvikalpa means there is no vikalpa, alternation. That means it is a state to which nothing can be compared. There is no alternation to this state. So in this state of Nirvikalpa, the sadhaka or the practitioner will be in one consciousness stage. Generally, we are seeing so many things. We are in multiple consciousness. But in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, only one consciousness, one all-pervading, blissful, God consciousness state.
Light.
Yes, illumination all over the universe.